You ever feel like your paycheck just evaporates? You work hard, put in the hours, and when payday finally comes, it seems like a big chunk of your earnings just disappears before you even get a chance to use it. Here's a quote that really hits home. It's one of those lines that makes you stop and think about where your money is actually going. The government takes your money away with taxes and then hires people to bother you even more. Marc Faber said that. It's a bold statement, but it captures a frustration many people feel. Economist and investor Marc Faber doesn't pull any punches. He's known for his outspoken views and his willingness to challenge mainstream thinking, especially when it comes to money and government. He's famous for challenging the status quo, and this quote pretty much sums up his view on government and taxes. Faber's perspective is controversial, but it sparks an important conversation about how our tax dollars are really used. Let's break it down. What does Faber really mean, and why does it matter for you and your wallet? First, Faber says, when you pay taxes, the government isn't just taking your money. It's not a simple transaction. They're using that money to build up massive bureaucracies, offices, agencies, regulators, whole armies of people whose job is to create more rules, more paperwork, and honestly, more headaches for everyone. It's a cycle that seems to feed on itself, growing bigger every year. You see it all the time. Long lines at government offices, endless forms to fill out, and new regulations popping up every year. Taxes are supposed to pay for schools, roads, hospitals, stuff we all need. In theory, taxes should help build a better society, funding the services and infrastructure that keep everything running. But too often, that money gets lost in layers of red tape. Instead of going directly to what matters, it gets tangled up in bureaucracy. Agencies pop up, regulations multiply, and instead of making life easier, the system gets more complicated. The rules keep changing and it's hard to keep up. For businesses, especially the small guys, this is brutal. They're the ones who feel the squeeze the most, struggling to keep up with new demands. Every new rule means more forms, more fees, more hurdles just to stay legal. It's a constant battle just to keep the doors open and stay compliant. It's not just annoying, it actually slows down growth, kills innovation, and makes it tougher for new ideas to succeed. Faber's point? When bureaucracy grows, creativity and entrepreneurship suffer. The government doesn't just take your money, they use it to hire people to watch you, audit you, and box you in. It's like paying for your own surveillance and restrictions. That's a double hit to your freedom and your wallet. You lose both your cash and a bit of your independence. So what can you do? Is there any way to fight back against this system? Look for tax-efficient investments. There are legal ways to keep more of what you earn, like using retirement accounts, tax-advantage funds, and smart financial planning. Avoid sectors drowning in red tape. Some industries are so heavily regulated that it's almost impossible to thrive unless you're a giant corporation. And if you're voting or getting involved, push for simpler taxes and less bureaucracy. Support leaders and policies that value efficiency and transparency over endless paperwork. Key takeaways. Taxes often fund inefficient bureaucracies. The more complex the system, the more money gets wasted. Overregulation stifles growth and innovation. It's a real barrier for anyone trying to build something new. Investors and entrepreneurs should stay nimble, tax-savvy, and alert. The more you know, the better you can protect your money and your freedom. Want more insights like this? Visit quotesonfinance.com to learn more.